Okay, ripping thin strips couldn't be simpler. Pretty much every table saw I've ever had came with a little miter gauge. They're not always great. This one has a little sliding fence on it, which is perfect for ripping thin strips. I just take that sliding fence and I set it the distance from the blade that I want the thickness of the strip to be. I'm just careful to measure to one of the saw teeth that points towards the ruler. Then I lock it in place. Check my measurement. I'm going for about 5 millimeters. It's at 6, so I can clean it up on the planer later. Or you could just take a scrap piece of wood and clamp it to your miter fence and use that to set the distance from the saw blade. And as you see here, it accomplishes the same thing. It'll make more sense in a second. So I just set the height of my saw blade, then I set my stock up against the fence, slide it over to the miter gauge, and I have that perfect thickness for the strip that I want to rip. At this point, you can just take the miter gauge off the table saw if you want. I left mine there because it was kind of helping me hold the stock up against the fence. It was acting like a bit of a fingerboard. And this method works great for me. I don't have to rip like a lot of thin strips. If I had to rip a ton of them, maybe I would want maybe a more elaborate jig, but for me, for now, this works perfect. Okay, so after you rip that first strip, you just set your fence and rip your second strip. Then you set your fence and rip your third strip. Then you set your fence. Yeah, you got it. If you want to see me clean these up on the planer, you can just watch the video that I linked to at the end of this one. Thanks for watching. Bye.